Yeah, there are one or two things you can do down on the grid. The car's locked into a part Ferme format really overnight, and that means that you can't change tyres, you can't fill the car with fuel. You can change your driver. 36 from 6th place. It's a relatively untidy start actually, with already some sort of chevron formation as we get the green flag now, and we're underway with the final 8 hours of the 12 hours of Mugello, with Nicky Pastorelli looking to get a good start on Thomas Much. He certainly made the break in the orange Renault RS01, and side by side further back as Joe Osborne loses out on 3rd position. He's gone quite wide actually on the exit of turn 1. That should give him the inside line for turn 2, and Christian Frankenhout looking to waste no time whatsoever and try and get the Hoffa Racing Mercedes SLS up to 3rd position, in fact up to 2nd position. That white, red and black Mercedes up to 2nd, and this is all allowing Nicky Pastorelli to push on in the race lead. Joe Bradley.
Yeah, relatively tidy start, certainly through turns 1 to 3.
Class, and having to be very careful indeed about doing this loop around, flashing of lights for the ad.
I'll have a quick shifty to make sure it's not a chassis issue. No, it's not. So it was, again, a suspension mount breakage. And they're fixing it, and they're playing with expensive suspension.
Oh, so he loves Amstutz, having taken over from the GRT Grasser Racing Lamborghini. Who had been at the wheel?
I must admit, I thought Joe was looking particularly clipboardy there, by the way.
Which has become a phrase that we've used an awful lot over the weekend.
We have invented a new word for the dictionary, and clipboardy is the word.
Clipboardy is, RadioLeMans.com broadcast brought to you with the word clipboardy all weekend. And that's mainly because Creventic provide us with
lovely clipboards.
A one-off event clipboard every time we do one of these. So I've got a Dubai clipboard and now a Mugello clipboard. I hope to have a Silverstone 24-hour clipboard later on in 2 weeks' time. And then that's it for me as far as Creventic events are concerned.
You'll never throw them away.
I'll never throw them away, certainly
They'll
not.
be in that pile.
Be useful as doorstops.
They're in that pile with the timing sheets from Thruxton 1997.
No one else has got them now, have they?
Probably Mr. Internet.
Oh yeah. Will you have the full set?
No,
you're not doing Silverstone.
No.
Even though you live 20 minutes from Silverstone.
I know. I'm in Slovakia doing RC event.
Makes an awful lot of sense. Not. Up the inside of the Seat number 108 goes the treble 7. This potentially at the start of the weekend could have been a race winner, and then the suspension failed after about 5 laps.
I think it was
longer than that.
10. So is Robert in the car at the moment? Can't tell. He's off the first sheet. So
certainly can't tell from here.
This is the Kubica and Martin Project car. It almost had Tom Onslow Cole and Paul White in it until it broke down. They were going to go and buy their way into the car after problems with the Ram, and then that one broke down. Then they broke down as well. So let's not bother. So the 777, the Polish car, certainly looks like
this is slightly behind.
Yeah, Kubica's in it, or wasn't it?
10 laps ago he was in it. And I'm waiting for my screen to update. Treble 7, yeah it is. It's Kubica at the wheel.
So he's pumping in the laps. So one of the things Robert wanted to do, apart from support his very good friend, was do a long stint. Didn't get the chance last time, so it'd be interesting what's his stint length at the moment. It'd be interesting to see how close he's.
There's the race leader, number 14, the Audi R8, which is heading in. There's the treble 7.
I think that is.
Betters relatively slim on the ground. Readiness for the Silverstone 24 hours in a couple of weeks. It's very sunny, clearly. Been sunny from the off, but a little bit chilly this morning. It'll be chilly later on as well. Interesting comments from Flick Hay after she got out of the number 14 Audi that car behaves well in the cooler temperatures. It's a bit of a tough
to find out why that car's been in for 26 minutes, what the problem is, and perhaps talk to Andreas about what happened.
Yeah, I'll speak to our favourite Sheffield Wednesday fan, Jim.
No, we've seen too much.
Off air, but I'll speak to.
Oh yes, there is. That's indeed. It's 126 car. It's the orange and yellow
and the Porsche Cup class, that is. And they are 56.0, and across the line only 4 seconds in it, Johnny. So down from 7 to 4. He's then into the left-hander, Cervelli, and already round the Arrabbiata 1, and now into Arrabbiata 2 is the leading 991 class car. Blue flags waving.
Between the two of them, by the way, is the tank tape-tastic 126 Seat Cooper, which is back out on track, I'm pleased to say. That was the one that clonked the barrier pretty heavily with John Clonis at the wheel, and John's clambered back on board. They've done an awful lot of work to that car, including fit a new front bumper, but that was immediately obscured with a load of tape to make sure it's...
The 65 Porsche, and right in his mirrors, firstly, his teammate Espinal did, but I think we've got an interview done, yep, and we've got Nick, who's going to buy, just need to go flat out.
That's what Amsterdam
Nothing
said
to
to
lose.
you.
One of my, how could I forget that one?
I don't know.
That's one of my favourite cars in the field, Johnny. It's the LMS Engineering one. Who's at the wheel?
It's Peter Turting at the moment, although interestingly it says on our screen C. Turting. I wonder whether he's got another first name he uses sometimes when he's going to see Harold at timing. Sky, we're at 4:15 local time. It's starting to hamper my visibility, and that's something to bear in mind for the drivers as well. Treble 7 car, the MP Sports machine, started from third position yesterday at 2 p.m. and from that point, almost within about 10 laps, it went very much downhill. This is the Robert Kubica car. I'm not sure who's at the wheel of it. I'll try and find out, but very slow.
Is it young Martin Prokop? Yes. Yeah, it's an interesting little thing, isn't it? They had a glorious practice, a relatively good qualification.